On behalf of the Cabangan family and the ALC Media Group, we give thanks to the Lord for allowing us to continue the story started 30 years ago by my father, the late Ambassador and Chairman Emeritus of the ALC Group of Companies, Antonio L. Cabangon Chua. It is the story of how a small magazine got built on the strength of an incomparable friendship between a man of business and a man of words. This is the story of how they both cherished literature and vowed to nurture excellent literary works in the pages of the magazine. Through the best of times and the worst of times, we continue this story. This is the story of the Philippines Graphic.
Okay, good morning everyone. Let's take a break from the elections and talk about the hotel industry. I am your host, Ann Ruth de la Cruz, the editor-at-large at Philippines Graphic. Okay, so for today, I have a lot of giveaways lined up. So our hashtag to join this giveaway segment, please type this hashtag. That's hashtag Philippines Graphic Hotel Industry. I feel graphic, sorry naman. Feel graphic, hashtag Feel Graphic Hotel Industry. Okay? And later on, the first two persons who will ask questions to our guest will get a very special giveaway. Don't forget the first two who will ask their questions for our guest, okay? So listen very carefully and then please ask your questions later during our question and answer portion. Okay, so now let's move on to the webinar proper. Our first guest is a hotelier by heart, having been in the hotel industry for a good number of years. She earned her Bachelor of Science degree in Hotel and Restaurant Administration from the University of the Philippines. From then, she worked in various hotels, including five-star hotel chains, Hyatt, and the Intercontinental Hotel Group. She started from the ranks in sales and marketing and made her way to manager, director of sales and marketing, group director of sales and marketing for multi-properties. She is currently the vice president of sales and marketing of the Chroma Hospitality Inc., the management company of Crimson Hotels and Resorts in Mactan, Alabang, Boracay, and Quest Hotels and Resorts in Cebu, Clark, Tagaytay, and Timberland Highlands Resort. Here is Miss Carmela Hidalgo Bocanegra. Good morning, Miss Carmela.
Hi, good morning, and thank you very much for inviting me today. I'd like to thank Philippine Graphics and Business Mirror for including me in your guest this morning. Before I start my presentation, I'd like you to all inspire everyone first to come back to traveling. Please watch this video.
Here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright.
There. That was the video we created during the pandemic. I think in the middle of 2020. So I hope you all liked it. During the height of the pandemic in 2020, um, I call it we were all on snooze mode, diba? Destinations were closed, travel was restricted, everything was in a halt. So we could not really do so much selling and promoting our hotels and our destinations. So we just wanted to inspire and dream about travel and hope that one day, back then, travel will open up soon and all this pandemic will be over. So that's why we call it Here Comes the Sun, a brighter future for all of us. Next slide, please. Um, Okay, next slide. So first, some introductions. Chroma Hospitality is the management company of Crimson, Quest, and Timberland Hotels. Crimson is our luxury brand located in Mactan, Boracay, and Philinvest City here in Alabang. Next slide. Quest is our mid-market brand or budget brand. We have Quest in Cebu, Clark, and Tagaytay. And Timberland is our newest addition to our hotels. This is more of a function mountain resort located in San Mateo, Rizal with only 70 rooms. Okay lang may sound, Anne? Can you hear me? So to continue, Philippines Graphic or Marvin, who invited me to be part of this panel, mentioned that we just, tell a story. What was our pandemic story in Chroma, in Crimson and Quest during the 2-year period? The challenges and how we dealt well on what the challenges were. We didn't really dwell on the challenges. I will not talk so much about the challenges, but because I think it's pretty much the same for all hotels and all probably the entire hospitality industry. So the main, I'd like to share more on how we dealt with the situation and some of the major things we did during the 2-year crisis. Next slide. Candid with Chroma. I'll just browse through. This is quite a lot of slides, but I'll just browse through them. Candid with Chroma was our web talk series we did and started in 2020, middle of 2020. This is something really different from our normal, program in sales and marketing. Since business was down and there's really no point in continuing to sell, we decided to shift all our efforts to really more of inspiring and engaging our audiences, customers, and guests, basically for brand recall. Candid with Chroma became our vehicle to do this through interesting, fun, inspiring, and entertaining topics. We produced about 30 episodes. The last one was last May 6 only. And we are very proud of this initiative because it, for a minimum budget, actually no budget, this wasn't in our marketing plan. Teamwork was very much felt when we did this, despite we were all doing it virtually. Some of my team were in Cebu, some in Clark, and most of us were here in Manila. But virtual, everyone was work from home. Our topics and guests were carefully chosen and crafted with the objective of relevance to the current situation then, our travel industry in general, and of course, relevance to our hotels and resorts. As you can see in the slide, the episodes had guests from various personalities from show business to politicians, CEOs, media people, vloggers, even chefs, and even millennials. The likes of, we had Lea Salonga, Secretary Berna, Puyat, Congressman Defensor, Ria Hontiveros, Tessa Prieto, and a lot more guests. Even Secretary Vergere of Department of Health was our guest in our vaccination episode. Happy to say that Candid with Chroma generated an average of about 4,000 views per episode within the first hour of its airing. So for a total of now, if we add up all the the views for all our episodes, it's about all over 500,000 views already to date. You can check out all our episodes and you can watch them in our Facebook channel of Chroma Hospitality. Noteworthy to mention also is when Odette Typhoon came into Cebu, we did a fundraising in Candid and invited some of our previous guests. We were able to generate over 1 million pesos of donations for the Cebu typhoon victims. Through Candid, we were able to explore a new way to engage our audience, and it proved to be very effective for our brands. Once travel was opened, we received a lot of bookings and inquiries, which made it easier for us to get back to business immediately, especially for the resorts. So that's Candid with Chroma. Next slide. Culture of Clean. This is another initiative we did when the hotel new protocols during the pandemic were put into place. We created an entirely new manual for our hotels, from sanitation guidelines, operational procedures for the entire hotel. Additional expenses, of course, were incurred because there were some items that have to be bought, new uniforms, PPEs, and all these things. It was the manual created by Chroma was very detailed, almost like opening a new hotel. This was, of course, spearheaded in our corporate office, step by step following government guidelines, procedures also, which was also consulted with us in the private sector and with the Department of Tourism. In terms of sales and marketing, we produced the AVP for the Culture of Clean. This is actually a 5-minute comprehensive AVP of all the sanitation protocols we are implementing as a standard in all our hotels. I will show you a shorter version now, which is about 45 seconds only. Please watch this.
Our signature Filipino hospitality with exceptional service awaits your return.
Together
Together with all our associates, this is my role, my goal.
Version of our Culture of Clean program. Because of Culture of Clean, the World Travel and Tourism Council awarded, next slide please, our hotel group and all our managed hotels the first safe travel stamp in the Philippines. That was early to 2021. Up to now, we continued to instill the Culture of Clean program in all our hotels. Another thing that kept us really alive and afloat during the pandemic was our 4 hotels served the overseas returning of overseas Filipino workers. So we had Crimson. We were quarantine hotels in Crimson Alabang, Quest Cebu, Quest Clark, and in Tagaytay. So this was our way of supporting our ROFs, and of course, it also kept the hotels afloat to support the employees to keep their jobs too. We also had, the next slide please, Sports Bubble. Another new market segment we explored during the 2-year pandemic was the hosting of Sports Bubble groups at Quest Plus Clark, our hotel in Clark. We housed the PBA 2 times, one in 2020 and one in 2021. And then also the FIBA in 2021, and then an Israel swimming team also in 2021. The Sports Bubble business or segment is actually providing exclusive accommodations to the groups for quite a long period of time. Accommodations and meals all inclusive while they are doing the tournament and the trainings in the destination where they are, like the PBA and the FIBA. There were certain rules the hotels needed to implement and follow too for the duration of the event. We had to stop quarantine business when we had this Sports Bubble at Quest Clark. And next slide. The Sports Bubble generated around, I think you went over. I think it's a wrong slide. Please go back. Sports Bubble generated about 14,000 room nights and 74 million in revenues for Quest Clark. So this helped the hotel remain afloat during these challenging times. Next slide. We also donated RT-PCR machines and vaccines to our community as our community program in Boracay in coordination with Chroma and the Department of Tourism and PhilInvest, our owning company. So we donated the machine in December 2020 through the help of the LGU in Boracay and the Department of Tourism. We also donated 5,000 vaccines to the same LGU in Boracay, Malay, in Malay, Boracay, LGU. And aside from that, just to mention, PhilInvest also donated vaccines in Cebu, Mactan, and Baguio, where our destinations, where our properties are located. Next slide. During the pandemic, we also opened a Timberland Highlands Resort in April 2021. So this is a 70-room hotel amidst, very nice mountain sceneries. You should all come and visit. We have meeting rooms here, a big swimming pool, two kiddie pools, and sports facilities, and a lot of open spaces, which people are looking for nowadays. It's also perfect for weddings because especially at the ridge where the view is fantastic. Today, Timberland enjoys an occupancy of about 50% and is actually getting popular with the locals, especially from the metro. Another program we did is the OKR program, which is, we launched this in 2021. Basically, the objective is to make all our employees in all hotels be salesperson, generating sales or bookings from their own network of, through their own social media channels. And we came up with an incentive for the employees to sell, not to sell, but to really promote and because we were selling vouchers then. So for future stays, so there was an incentive scheme for the employees. We generated 27.5 million from non-sales employees for this OKR program in 2021. We also had digital and promotions. Of course, we started doing digital already initiatives to keep the brands alive. Digital newsletters. We started this before the pandemic, but we did it 100%, no more print during in 2021. And the digital served as our channel in updating our guests and clients on the hotel offerings and announcements. We sent this through a link in Viber and emails also. So it was very effective to communicate to our guests and clients and what's happening with the hotels. We also had, next slide, road trip summer promotions. These are just some of the promotions. This one was for Quest Tagaytay, Quest Plus, and Timberland Highlands, because basically land trip or road trip for the people from Metro Manila. We kind of pushed strong on that because we know there were a lot of takers for that, those who don't want to take the plane first. Boracay Better Than Ever was launched, next slide please, in 2021 also. This is one of our successful promotions we launched, and it's still ongoing until today, though the rates have slowly increased already since we started. We started with 27,000 minimum for a deluxe room. Now it starts at 32,000 for a minimum of 2-night stay, but it has a lot of perks. It's 2+1 actually. This was strongly promoted in our website, direct sales, and through partnership, a lot of partnerships also. So these are just 3 for the promotions. I will not go through the others already because we don't have time. Lastly, I'd like to talk about the awards. For the past 2 years, I'm proud to say that Chroma Hospitality, along with its hotels Crimson and Quest, won the award for Champion of Resilience Marketing Campaign in 2020 and the Most Resilient Business Hospitality Group in 2021. This was given by the Hotel Sales and Marketing Association of the Philippines, and for all the efforts we did for the past 2 years, we are very grateful that this was recognized. We had to go through a panel, and a lot of hotels competed, and so we got the award for Resilient for the past 2 consecutive years. Okay, so that's basically what we did, a gist of what we did in 2020 and 2021. Now, what's in store for the future? I just, again, browse through some of the things that we are looking forward to the future of travel. Revenge travel in a heartbeat is, as I would call it. We feel that the future is very bullish because of this. Right now, after travel was opened up and restrictions were lifted in most destinations, there is a new surge that is coming up. And this is the surge of arrivals, especially in Boracay, in our property, and in the resorts, in generally resorts, I think. Parang biglang may rush to travel ang mga tao. Our occupancies at Crimson Boracay immediately went up, and we still feel it until now, until the end of June. Hopefully, this will be forever na, sana. the leisure travel is very much alive. We anticipate that, corporate travel, business, MICE, and even international business will soon follow suit. That's why I call it revenge travel in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat is our tagline for Crimson in a Heartbeat. Parang biglang pulso, biglang nagbiyahe ang mga tao. Another one is another future is what we did now is we have been doing since the start of the year is the revival of the back to basic. This is in terms of operations. As travel starts again, we are all ready and eager to serve our guests, especially our employees in the hotel. We have jump-started trainings to review and reiterate our brand standards for operations. And this is what we call the Great Chroma Restart. Para kaming nag-restart ulit. And basically, the objective was to recapture the same service we had before the pandemic and make we have this UGE difference, huge difference. Huge meaning unique guest experience. That is our objective starting 2022, now that travel is back. Also, challenges, we are hiring a lot of people now in all our hotels, including Chroma. And this is quite a good thing because there's a lot of vacancies in our hotels. It's quite a challenge now because some people kind of like the work from home situation that they had for the past 2 years. So, but now we can't do that for the hospitality industry. So we are hiring a lot of people. Check out our Chroma Hospitality Facebook channel. Next is our Live Love Local. This is our campaign for 2022 for all our brands. I mean, we've been strongly promoting this and basically to promote local domestic travel and tourism. And aside from promoting our hotels, which is 100% Filipino owned and homegrown brands, we would like to support also local tourism business, such as local brands, local accessories, local coffee, local food and beverage companies, local airlines, and to initiate partnerships and collaborations with only local. So this is for a period of 1 year. And if you see in the next slide, we have a lot of partners that have confirmed to join this one. We have Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific together in this program. Of course, this is endorsed by the Department of Tourism and the Tourism Promotions Board. And the partnerships are all there. We have various partners from all our destinations from here, Cebu, Clark, Tagaytay. We have Gourmet's Farm, we have Papa Mel Roti, we have the museums in Clark, and so many partners. I think we have about 40 confirmed partners already to date. So this is basically to push the recovery of tourism, and for this year we need to push local travel first. So these are just some of the launches we have done. The next slides are we have launched in Crimson Alabang. We have a pasalubong corner in all our hotels, which features only local products, from food to accessories to bags, from our partners. So this is in Alabang. The next one is in the next slide, please. I think this is for the Quest Hotels. We launched also in Cebu, in Tagaytay, and in Clark. They had different features. In Cebu, they featured the owner of the guitar factory, the oldest guitar, because Cebu is known for guitars. And then in Clark, we had a feature artists, local artists who did exhibit. We had an art exhibit featuring women from Pampanga there. And in Tagaytay, we had Gourmet's Farm as a partner. So we had a farm tour for our guests, media guests. And the last slide, I think, is from Timberland. We had ito naman CSR, because we have so much space in Timberland. We did a tree planting with our media guests. And of course, we also have the pasalubong corner there in Timberland. So we did all the launches already. And the last one we're doing is in Boracay next week. So that's the Live Love Local campaign, which of course, I hope you all support us in our movement for this year. We also opened the Crimson Mactan's new Welcome Center. Next slide, please. This is the Welcome Center. When you get to Boracay, this is where our guests stay a lounge, and then before they take the speedboat going to Crimson. And then the next slide, please, is I think the next slide, renovation of Crimson Mactan. After Typhoon Odette, we needed to fix the resort. It's open now, but we will do some renovation also sometime June June this month, June or July. Next slide. Newly renovated golf course also in Mimosa. All of these were all in the works during the pandemic. So now that the travel is open and it's like we're all going back to normal, we are prepared and we have this new golf course now in Mimosa, newly renovated golf course with golf carts that all have GPS already. Then the next slide is the also we during the pandemic we opened Baker J and Firehouse, focusing on food and beverage delivery because that was the trend during the pandemic. Deliver, deliver, deliver. So we have a small restaurant here in Crimson Alabang, but we also until now do deliveries for these two restaurants, the Baker J and Firehouse. And the next slide is graphic. Lastly, we are groundbreaking for our new brand, which we will open in Baguio. This is the graphic brand. And hopefully we can open this by 2024. We're groundbreaking this month already. So these are just some of the future looks bright for the travel industry and the hotel industry. There are so many initiatives and programs in place for our group. So many expansions from the Philinvest hotels, and we are very bullish and looking forward to a better and brighter future for the travel industry. Maraming salamat, Anne, and to Philippines Graphic for inviting me in this forum. Once again, salamat po.
Thank you so much, Miss Carmela. Looks like exciting times for the group, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
if you have any questions for our speakers, we'll have a question and answer portion after all our guests have presented. Okay, our second speaker is a Bachelor of Science in Tourism graduate of the University of the Philippines. She started her career in the hotel industry as an account manager of the Richmond Hotel in Ortigas Center and later on assumed managerial and director positions in the Linden Suites, Crown Plaza Holiday Inn. She is currently the Group Director of Sales and Marketing of Megaworld Hotels and Resorts. Megaworld Hotels and Resorts is the largest homegrown hotel chain with 4,000 room keys, 11 properties, and 6 unique brands. By the way, Savoy Hotel Boracay will be opening its doors on June 1. Let's all welcome Ms. Gwendolyn Lynette E. Quinto-Ermac. Good morning, Ms. Lynette.
Good morning, Anne. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Okay, so should I start?
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Lynette.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I've been tasked to talk about the experiences of Mega World Hotels and Resorts and also the lessons we've learned as we move forward to recovery. So before I start, I'd like to ask a question. Maybe Anne, you can also answer this question. What is your favorite COVID-19 experience?
Staying at home. Staying at
At
home.
home?
Ganun
Oo,
eh.
no? Alam mo, totoo ka. Actually, my favorite COVID-19 experience is also the lockdown, honestly. At
Yeah.
first, I really got scared, and it's
Uh-huh.
like out of the movies, Bird Box, where
Mm-mm-mm.
the moment you get out of the house, you get pulverized, except na uubuhin ka sa COVID. Sana
True.
hindi ka sa pandemic. So, but and that same experience
Mm-hmm.
made me realize also that living a very simple life
Yes,
can be such a bliss and a gift. Um,
that's
so
true.
I'm sure fast forward into the future, no, we will be reminiscing our experiences with our loved
Mm-hmm.
ones. Pagtatawanan na lang natin to, and hopefully we live to tell the future generations
Mm-hmm.
not just the experiences but the important lessons that came with it. Ayan. Sabi mo kasi lessons eh. Pa-emo ako today. Kung si Carmela nagbenta ng nag-marketing, ako pa-emo ako today. So bear with me.
Go ahead. It's okay. It's okay.
So, the hospitality industry is one of the most directly affected by the pandemic. As borders close and travel cease, um, we stopped welcoming all our business travelers, our leisure guests, our events, and even the diners. We really struggled, and but we thrived. Today, we are already talking about our way to recovery. 2 years ago, kinakabahan pa lang tayo. 1 month, 2 months, now we're talking about our way to recovery. So to all my fellow hoteliers out there listening, if you are here in this virtual platform, I want you to give yourselves a pat on your shoulders and say, galing mo, buhay ka pancho. Galing mo lang. They say that when we hit rock bottom, there is no other way but up.
Got to go up. Yes.
But maybe not to pre-pandemic normal, but the
Mm-hmm.
new normal where we will be welcoming our guests again, but this time with slightly different needs and wants.
Mm-hmm.
So today, and allow me to share with you the experiences and lessons learned by the Megaworld Hotels and Resorts together with its 11 properties, the Belmont, Savoy, Richmond, Twin Lakes, Hotel Lucky Chinatown, um, nako, mapapagalitan ako kung may makakalimutan ako. Sorry ha, ang dami.
May
Twin Lakes
magtatampo.
Hotel. Oo, Kingsford Hotel Manila. Sorry, Nico. I know you're listening. Kingsford Hotel Manila. Okay. So I think I got all of our properties. Um, we struggled but fought and fought every challenge that came our way, and we really had no choice but to overcome it for our associates, for our investors, and for our suppliers. So, what is our lesson number one? Our lesson number one is when faced with uncertainty and challenges, we have to go back to basics. Do your pest analysis. Okay, raise your hand if you know pest. No, just joking. Pest, political, economic, social, technological factors that affect our business. Do your SWOT. Remember your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, your threats. By us uh, in Megaworld Hotels and Resorts, going back to basics, we identified the important factors that mattered to our business continuity and survival. Factors like prioritizing our employee welfare by training them and also letting them know how to take care of themselves. Because we believe that to be of service to our guests, we need to first and foremost protect our employees. Just like riding in the airplane, every time before takeoff, the stewardess will always say na whenever there's a cabin decompression, uh, you please wear your mask first before you help others. Yan. So hindi tayo makakatulong kung tayo yung may sakit. We made sure that our associates are safe from the virus and abreast with facts about how to protect themselves. Second factor, of course, when people were scared to go out, we assured them with our safety and security measures. That that's why we got all of the certificates possible. Certificate from DOT, WTTC, and even the diversity certification. We got that in our hotels to ensure our guests that we use premium cleaning solutions. When people were scared to go out or to get near each other, we shifted to digitalization. That's why we invested in the e-concierge, a web-based application that allowed us to give contactless service. And finally, when people were not allowed to dine or go out, we did service innovation by introducing our signature gourmet eats and virtual meets. It's a virtual event management solution. Yun. So that was a handful factors that we had to consider. Now we move to lesson number two. Lesson number two, take risks, but Take risks together with lesson number one. You have to research because it is important that we only do calculated risks that will allow us to uncover opportunities. So I'll just mention some experiences no, na, where we took risks in
Mm-hmm.
Megaworld hotels and resorts. You know, at the height of the lockdown, our city hotel became the temporary home of the BPOs, the frontliners, and other essential industry employees. But as the protocols relaxed, they're no long these BPOs they no longer need to be in the hotels because they can go home. So the crucial choice then was, do we accept quarantine guests? Yan. You know, had we not taken in the quarantine hotel business, we would have not given jobs to more than 1,000 employees of Mega World Hotels and Resorts. And I'm so glad that we took that risk
Mm-hmm.
because I'm here in front of you today. May trabaho pa po ako. We also opened the Kingsford Hotel Manila of 529 rooms located in the entertainment city at the height of the pandemic. Who would have thought a hotel would open at the height of the pandemic? But you know what
Mm-hmm.
we did? We took the
Yeah,
risk.
you
Our
did.
management took the risk. And this gave us 200 hoteliers employment. And because I think this is such a blessing to a lot of people, this hotel, Kingsford Hotel Manila in the entertainment city, became the best performing hotel in the whole of Mega World Hotels and Resorts. And also at the end of the Omicron variant ng January, we also took the risk of launching the Travel Again voucher sale, which generated millions for us for all of our properties. And lastly, if I may share my personal risk at this time of pandemic, I
Mm-hmm.
remember I joined the HSME president then when we welcomed the first commercial flight of Philippine Airlines.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my PPE, parang everything I wore because I was so scared.
Mm-hmm.
People were not really going out then. I said I really have to be there. So you know the effect of me seeing all of those repatriated balikbayans made me understand their plight. And because
Mm-hmm.
I know what's going on and I understand their plight, we are able to address all of their concerns whenever they call us for bookings, for FIT quarantine bookings. So this generated a lot of FIT bookings also for our hotels. So those are the risks we took, and thank God we took them.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, lesson number three, be comfortable with change. The ever changing COVID 19 guidelines and protocols have direct effects to the
Mm-hmm.
experience of our guests. Nakakabaliw. So, kung nababaliw kayo, kung
Yeah.
lalabas, pwede bang lumabas o hindi, can you imagine yung protocols pa ng arriving guests? It was really crazy. So, um, but we had to be very fluid, dynamic, and quick to action. And to be able to guide the sales and marketing with its direction, its strategies, and action plans, we implemented the pivot to leisure pivot to leisure transition plan, which allows us to seamlessly change from one direction or
Mm-hmm.
quarantine level to another. So we're ahead somehow because everything's in place already.
Okay.
So three lessons, Anne, which
Mm-hmm.
allowed us to survive and thrive during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So if I may just summarize, no, when faced with uncertainty and challenges,
Go to the
let's
basics.
all go back to basics. Number two, take risks. Take
Take
calculated
calculated
risks,
risk.
especially when trying is your only option. And lastly, be comfortable with change because the sooner we adapt and accept the situation, the faster we can strategize and take action. So please indulge me with the last few slides, with the last few statements I'm going to
Messages.
share with you. Three lessons we will also use as we move forward to recovery and welcome the expansion on and development of Mega World Hotels and Resorts. This coming June, I think you mentioned it earlier, we will be opening the Boracay New Coast Convention Center, which for me is a convention center with the best view in the country. If you don't want to believe me, come and visit us in New Coast Boracay and find it out for yourselves. In the same month, we will also be reopening Savoy Hotel Boracay. Now, towards the end of the year, we will be opening two more hotels, Chancellor Hotel Boracay and Belmont Hotel Boracay. Hotel Newtown in Mactan. Nabubulol talaga ako, Han, kasi pare-pareho talaga sila ng pangalan. Nagbabago
Yeah.
lang ang lugar. So this addition will bring our room inventory to almost 4,500 room keys. And of course, lastly, in 2023, by God's grace, we will open our biggest hotel yet, the Grand West Side Hotel, with 1,500 room keys.
Wow.
This is set to be the largest hotel in the country in terms of room inventory.
Mhm.
So, if the opening of these hotels and facilities is an indicator of recovery, I say yes,
Mhm.
we are on our way to recovery. But may we never forget the lessons learned. Thank you, Anne.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Lynette. That was such an inspiring presentation from you. We really learned a lot from you this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. So don't forget to type our hashtag for today, hashtag Philgraphic Hotel Industry in the comments section to get the chance to receive very special giveaways. Do you want to know what we will be giving away later? Type 1. Ay, wala pang nagtatype ng 1. Ayan, may nakita na ako. Thank you, April. The rest, ayaw nila alamin kung anong yung ano. What is at stake here this morning. Okay, so we will be giving away one overnight stay at Savoy Hotel Mactan Newtown, one overnight stay at Richmond Hotel Iloilo, one overnight stay in Richmond Hotel Ortigas, one overnight stay Twin Lakes Hotel, one overnight stay at Belmont Hotel Boracay, and one overnight stay in Savoy Hotel Boracay, which will be reopening its doors on June 1. All right? Now, let's move on to our third speaker. She is a seasoned hotelier with over 2 decades of experience in the hospitality industry. She started her career with front office at Manila Midtown Hotel, followed by Makati Shangri-La. In the year 2000, she moved to Sofitel Philippines Plaza, where she found her true calling in event sales and marketing. In 2011, she joined the pre-opening team of Midas Hotel and Casino as Director of Sales and Marketing. With her stellar record and performance, she bagged the Outstanding Sales and Marketing Leader in the first Virtus Awards in 2015. She moved to Okada, Manila in 2016 as Director of Sales, Events, and Management. In 2021, she took on a bigger role and now leads all of Okada Manila's non-gaming revenue generating departments like food and beverage, covering the property's top restaurants and rooms, and Cove Manila. Here is Ms. Cielo Ortega Reboredo. Good morning, Ms. Cielo.
Good morning, Anne, and good morning to all our viewers. Good morning, everyone. The Philippines graphic team, led by Mr. Anthony Cabangon, and of course to our audience from different industries, tuned in today through through StreamYard. It is my great pleasure to speak today in front of you to share our company's recovery program as the local and international borders have reopened after 2 years of closure. So, the main topic of my talk today is welcoming the tourism surge, Okada Manila's roadmap to recovery. Okada Manila is the Philippines' largest and grandest integrated resort. It is a one stop shop where you can stay at our 993 rooms, you can dine at our 21 restaurants offering a world of flavors, you can meet at our diversified venue portfolio that includes 3 ballrooms, 18 meeting rooms, the garden, the crystal corridor, the Boardwalk, and the Cove Manila. You can shop at our retail boulevard, and of course, you can play at our casino. At the onset of the pandemic, we have taken proactive measures in order to adapt and move forward as the COVID 19 pandemic gripped the global travel, tourism, and hospitality industry was affected. The following milestones were achieved. How do we pivot to the new normal? There is a saying that one of the two things constant in this world is change. Our management puts this at the core of our leadership principles, and we must go with the flow of these changing times. Pivoting to the new normal was our battle cry. We asked ourselves, how do we address the new challenges of today's business? We looked at it from a three pronged approach called ART. That's adapt, we strategize, and thrive. The first of which is adapt. We launched three programs in recognition of our clients' evolving needs. We rolled out our Meet Safe package for corporate clients, allowing them to avail of special and flexible rates to hold their events on property. We understood right away that teams could not meet face to face for meetings, and we recognized that while people could not dine together physically, they could still enjoy Okada Manila's signature dishes delivered to their doorstep. Yes, and that is through our plum dining or meals to go program. We knew that people were scared to attend live events, so we introduced the Okada Studio, assisting our clients with our state of the art studio and video equipment for their hybrid and live stream events. As the COVID 19 continuously evolved and infections surged throughout the metro, our team worked constantly together in ensuring the safety of our clients and guests. Our second approach to this was to re strategize, and we did so through the following ways. Our emergency services team worked side by side with our banquets and events team to repurpose our event venues. We introduced a revised capacity chart for each of our venue spaces and implemented optimal social distancing as mandated by the government. Due to limited dining capacity imposed by the government, alfresco dining experience was the new name of the game across the F&B sector. The Garden was used to launch our F&B promotion called Barbecue by the Garden, allowing our guests to experience all-you-can-eat buffet, barbecue, while admiring the gorgeous view of the sunset. Our boardwalk, for example, was utilized in May 2021 through our collaboration with Nissan Philippines to launch their Leaf car, the world's first mass-produced electric car. Because parties and mass gatherings were not allowed, our Cove Manila Indoor Beach Club was also repurposed to become a daycation venue, wherein our vaccinated clients and checked-in guests can splash in our all-weather indoor pools. Lastly, we have also transferred our barbecue by the bay here, and we introduced barbecue at Cove during the start of the rainy season. Business is not about staying in status quo. It is about continuously looking for ways to flourish despite the ongoing challenges caused by this pandemic. Through it all, our team consistently thought of new ways to stay ahead of the game. The last of the three pronged approach is Thrive. In October 2020, we took the first step towards the new normal in holding events and jump started our hybrid events in cooperation with the Department of Tourism, NCR, that's the Leadership Excellence Series seminar at our Grand Ballroom. This initiative paved the way for us to earn our chaos or Certificate of Authority to Operate as a staycation hotel from the DOT. Due to the closure of the borders, the market was concentrated locally, and upon reopening of the property by October 2020, we held various room promotions to encourage direct bookings. We also held limited flash sale, a staycation, and bookings. We also do this twice a year. Okay, in January 2021, we were also the very first integrated resort to introduce the Okada Manila Dining Privilege Card, which extends 20% discount to our select restaurants. That's Medley, Koryo, and Boo, and La Piazza, and soon to be the Filipino buffet restaurant, Sinag. This card was only issued to our top corporate clients, and I am humbled to say that to date, we have exceeded the 5 million peso mark. Exploring new business frontiers. Okay, here at Okada, Manila, we have always known that contactless mobile technology is the future. We wanted to cater to the ever mobile consumer, so we launched our business and entered the digital goods industry. Glocal. We had to shift our business strategy, so we launched our select services and amenities on Shopee. And we have put together Okada Manila's flagship store in Mall. Lazada, Southeast Asia's largest e-commerce site branded platform, was an added revenue stream for us targeting the mass market. These e-commerce strategic partnerships, which is also under my wing, paved the way for Okada Manila brand to be more reachable to the mass market. This is the art of thriving. We thrived in the new environment, concentrated on the digital spectrum, because now more than ever, we must be present and stay in the mind of our customers. The temporary closure of our restaurants as a direct result of the COVID-19 pandemic affected our F&B business. We had to explore other avenues to compensate for these revenue losses. Through strategic market alliances and partnerships, Okada Manila became one of the first integrated resort properties that have onboarded with Grab, Southeast Asia's largest TNVS or travel network service, through its Grab food platform that's from February 2021 to February 2022, bringing our delectable dishes closer to those who are on a work from home assignment. We envisioned Okada Manila to be an iconic destination, so we have partnered with Klook to bring our market the latest staycation and tour packages at affordable prices. To help increase foot traffic, we created curated experiences best suited to our market needs through the Klook app. And when we say exploring new business frontiers, we mean well. And we went beyond what no other integrated resorts have done. Safety is at the core of our business operations ever since the pandemic began. We entered into our first retail partnership with Duty Free Philippines through its Hotel Browse and Shop program, allowing our check-in guests to access DFP's online catalog and shop from the comfort of their hotel rooms. Items are delivered and accepted by our concierge team. Very convenient, isn't it? So, how do we bulletproof the business? At the core and heart of the business are our employees. In order to safeguard our employees' well being, we have implemented several measures such as work from home arrangement, mandating full inoculation of all our employees, encouraging our team members to join online wellness programs through Zoom, spearheaded by our HR team. We also required our employees to fill in a health declaration form upon arrival at the property. We truly believe that the sustainability of our business is anchored on one very important thing: our employees. And it is only through our team members that we are able to bulletproof the business. I mentioned earlier that at the core of our business are our employees. We value our team members' dedication in providing great service. We put prime importance to learning, and our incredible hospitality training team organized retraining sessions for our hotel frontliners. For everyone's information, Forbes Travel Guide is the only independent global rating system for luxury hotels, restaurants, and spas. We even send out what we call hot tip training, which stands for Hotel Operations Training, short reading materials for our team members to read through at their convenient time so that they can familiarize themselves about the Forbes 5-star. Business continuity is extremely important. The COVID 19 pandemic did not stop us from constantly staying in touch with our clients. We wanted our clients to know that even though through the hard times, we remember them. What did we do? Once our property started to reopen, my dynamic sales and marketing team comprised of rooms, events, food and beverage, and strategic market alliances and partnerships organized monthly sales blitz. I am also humbled to say that most of our corporate clients and partners appreciated the small effort and we made them smile and even laugh with our interactive icebreaker introductions. This is just a simple effort if you all think about it, but doing this made our property the top of mind integrated resort when our clients begin to plan their next event milestones. Our plans in action. Even before we planned our roadmap to recovery, we have always been prepared. We had back to back events since last year, starting with the grand unveiling of our events lounge, which is where we hold office and we receive our guests and clients. We also turned it into a small haven for well known and emerging fashion designers and industry suppliers and partners to showcase their creations. Every month, we feature a pair of fashion designer and event stylist so that our clients can see the roster of our creative partners. This is also our way to help our friends from the fashion and creative industry to bounce back and recover from loss of livelihood over the span of 2 years. The grand unveiling of our events lounge is the culmination of 5 years of hard work in making Okada Manila the preferred venue partner of companies across various industries. We consistently hold regular promotions as well in order to capture niche markets. These regular promotions included the previous SOS or September online sale organized by Hotel Sales and Marketing Association of the Philippines or HSMA, making us the top seller in Parañaque City area. We also organize twice a year flash sales and of course our bank tie-ups. We have just launched our JCB bank tie-up running up until September 2022 to be extended until October 2022, offering 15% discount across restaurants such as Lobby Lounge, Medley Buffet, Goryo, and Endu. Lastly, we have just launched the Balikbayan Plus program, offering special rates for our OFWs coming home to the Philippines. We have been organizing day tours as well. This is a project of our destination marketing team with a minimum voucher purchase requirement in order to avail a 15% discount. We are partnering up with reputable local tour operators, travel agencies, and marketing companies or organizations to help increase our property's foot traffic. We will also launch a shuttle service. This is very, very soon between Okada, Manila to Lux Duty Free Mall in Mall of Asia and back to our hotel so that casino patrons and our regular patrons can shop at Duty Free Philippines. Lastly, our award-winning culinary team headed by Chef Andreas Bala have just reopened our Japanese Roba Taiyaki Grill restaurant called Enbu. And we will also be opening our Italian Ristorante and Trattoria La Piazza in August. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to open our all-Filipino buffet restaurant very, very soon. We are also opening our Sky Lounge Villa and Sky Lounge soon. We envision our Sky Lounge to be the most beautiful bar in the Philippines. And we are keeping it under wraps. That's why you do not see any photos yet. And we cannot wait to make this official announcements maybe the second quarter. So please check our Okada Manila Facebook page for updates. I am also proud to announce that under my leadership, together with our food and beverage division, we are opening soon our state of the art glass ballroom, which have just been turned over to us as of today, spanning 698.75 square meters. The glass ballroom can seat up to 200 persons. You can see from the interiors alone the intricate details and opulence that Okada, Manila is known for. My team and I cannot wait to witness the first event to be held here, and we hope to welcome you in this event space soon. My allies and friends from Philippines Graphic, I hope that you can consider the Glass Ballroom for your upcoming events. I would like to end this presentation on a very positive note. We are very humbled to say that we have exceeded our targets in the last 2 months, and we are above budget for January to April year to date. Today, we ended with 62 events in April, ladies and gentlemen. 62 events. I am also proud to share that we just finished three major initiatives. First, we hosted the 2022 World Travel and Tourism Council's Global Summit this month. That's in partnership with DOT, the Department of Tourism. And second, that Okada Manila is now an associate member of the Korean Chamber of Commerce, as we recognize Korea as one of our top markets in terms of foot traffic and foreign international tourist stays. And third, we partnered up with Miss Universe Philippines for their preliminary competitions, welcomed the reigning Miss Universe 2021 Harnasandu, and hosted an intimate dinner for the past queens and this year's official candidates. And today, we will also be holding the press presentation and swimsuit competition of Miss World Philippines at Cove Manila Beach Club. We would not have been able to surpass all these challenges and achieve these successes without my dynamic sales and marketing team and the rest of the internal stakeholders within our organization. Our hard work and commitment to our craft won us HSMA's Virtus Awards last December 2021 for business resiliency due to our three-pronged approach: adapt, re strategize, and thrive. Adapt to the changing times, re strategize for the new normal, and thrive in the exciting times ahead. I would like to express my deep gratitude to Philippines Graphic Team for organizing this invaluable webinar. I truly hope that I was able to impart a few learnings to all of you. And to quote inspirational author Laila Gifty Akita, there are more glorious days ahead. This should be your joy for today. Maraming salamat po sa oportunidad na ito, Philippines Graphic, Miss Anne, and I hope that we will all bounce back together this 2022. Have a nice day, everyone.
Thank you so much, Miss Cielo, for sharing Okada Manila's story. Okay, our final speaker for this morning started her career in the hotel industry with Cherry Blossoms Hotel, where she started as a sales coordinator. She later moved on to Citystate Tower Hotel, where she is now the sales and marketing manager. Here is Miss Sheritz C. Ravello. Good morning, Miss Sheritz.
Hello. Yes,
Hi, good
good morning,
morning.
Anne.
Hi.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to the State Tower Hotel in this webinar. Is the hotel industry on the road to recovery? Well, assessing the current situation, yes, I think the hotel industry is on its way to recovery. The opening of hotel industry may not be as grand as we have experienced before, but a ray of hope is surely on its way. I'm tasked to share with you a short story, the challenges and struggles that our hotel has been through with the COVID-19 pandemic ordeal. Last March 2020, everybody was caught by surprise. No single individual has foreseen that our country will be placed in total lockdown, a community restriction that was unimaginable in this century. The world was completely placed on a standstill, with unthinkable and unprecedented impact to the lives and property of each and every individual. Loss of life and subsequent collapse of business market leaders were unparalleled and inconceivable during this present time. As I clearly and vividly remember, a week prior to the declaration of enhanced community quarantine, the hotel was on its business peak, attending its usual and regular in-house guests and those who were preoccupied with their respective meetings and trainings. In fact, one of our valued guests, the Department of Health, was even conducting their regular departmental seminar during those times. We immediately sense that something is not right and serious when they abruptly reduce their stay from 5 days to just 3 days. The management immediately convened and called a meeting to discuss measures on how to go about the operation of the hotel and to prepare for worst scenario case. Then a couple of days later, the whole of Metro Manila were placed on community lockdown for 30 days. I guess we all knew what happened then. That 30-day lockdown period is just the tip of the pandemic that the world will soon face. The officers and operations staffs were mandated to be in the hotel at all times to make sure our in-house guests are well assisted and all their needs are properly being taken cared for. At this time, we also stopped accepting new bookings. Furthermore, when the transportation around Metro Manila was suspended, hotel management provided accommodation to all operation personnel. The rest of the employees of the hotel were placed on forced leave because of the restrictive lockdown. The management has no recourse but to temporarily cease operation after the checkout of our last guest. During the initial month of COVID-19 pandemic, when COVID cases are rapidly increasing and health workers needed assistance, the hotel owner and president, Mr. D. Edgar Cabangon, spearheaded the urgent call to support frontliners who were battling the pandemic. He immediately provided free accommodation to all health workers, not only Citystate Tower Hotel, but as well as their entire affiliate hotels located around Metro Manila. The hotel management prioritized helping the health workers such that only late quarter of 2020 that we started accommodating quarantine guests. Looking back, the hotel business operations were bleak and full of uncertainties, not only to its existence and business survival, but most importantly to the welfare of its personnel. During the first 6 months of the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, business operations stopped, but the mounting expenses continues. We have to make extraordinary cost-saving measures to prevent total closure of business. We have adopted a cost-saving measure to sustain business operation without compromising the quality and service of its loyal clientele in the face of pandemic. That is a reduction of variable costs. The management and department heads have come together to formulate policies to sustain business operation by strictly identifying redundancy and superfluous position in the company to ensure its survival. All personnel have to undergo skeletal assignment and rotational schedule. Multitasking of function were extremely observed and followed. Employees have to cross-train and work together to deliver the service that is expected of us. Opening the hotel for quarantine guests for the first time has been very challenging. I think some of our speakers also have mentioned this. I believe it is the same case with most of the hotels. Everything was new to us, from preparing the hotel to meet the required quarantine health standards, to accepting guests, monitoring them, to completing required documents before checking out. The hotel has to strictly adhere to the protocols and guidelines laid down by the government authorities. particularly IATF. Compliance of hotel operation to constant changes in COVID-19 approach became a regular and normal fixture to ensure business survival and continuity. Manpower workforce became dependent to day-to-day occupancy forecasts. So we did effective scheduling. We have to follow according to the expected demand. During the time when COVID cases increased and every time there was an announcement of lockdown, the management has to limit staff exposure outside of the hotel. We have a moral obligation to our quarantine guests. That is why staffs are required to live in the hotel for the time being and health declarations are strictly monitored. During the hotel's low occupancy period, we took the said opportunity to discuss, plan, and do special projects in preparation of the new normal hotel operation. We didn't open our function halls until just recently because it was too risky for both the hotel staff and guests. So currently, we are now accepting reservations for social events and meetings, hoping and thinking positively that the hotel industry will soon be back on its foot. As we have kept in touch with our customers and industry partners, we are hopeful and optimistic that the atmosphere of quality service and the hotel service demand will come back in no time. It may take some time to recover losses for those businesses that was hardly hit by the pandemic, including hotel, of course. But we, the staff of Citystate Tower Hotel, are very thankful to the owners for continuously sacrificing their interests over the welfare of its personnel. The Citystate Tower will continue its presence in the industry by adapting to the new changes that the pandemic has brought to the hotel industry. So we wish everyone a good health and hopefully our industry will recover soon and not later. Please visit also our Facebook page and send us inquiries. We are also hiring, by the way. So we can see now that the hotel industry is really coming back. Thank you again for inviting us, Philippine Graphics and Business Mirror. Thank you, Ms. Anne.
Now let's move on to the open forum. Let's call back our very lovely ladies if they're still available. There they are. Ay, sorry. Nasaan si Miss Carmela? Ay, nasa meeting yata. Si Miss Cielo.
Um,
Ayan. Okay, so ayan. Nandiyan na ulit si Miss Carmela. Okay, thank you so much. Ladies, curious lang ako, Miss Cielo, when are you opening the fountain again?
um, Actually, we cannot announce it yet today, but I want to tell everyone that it's going to be very, very soon, as in real soon. I know everyone is looking forward to see the largest multicolored fountain in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to ensure everyone that you're going to have a great time watching it again.
Uh-huh.
Bigger, better, and I would say more magical and extraordinary light and sound show. Because
Mm-hmm.
during the pandemic, we upgraded the fountain show,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be very soon, Miss Anne. I just cannot
Okay.
tell the date, but we are already preparing for the grand reopening, and we also prepared new songs. So for those of you who have been to Okada before, I know you already memorized the songs, but now we have added more songs for the fountain. So mas marami
Uh-huh.
pong mag-enjoy na families,
Okay.
and Filipinos can really enjoy uh, our gift to the Philippines, the fountain show.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle. Miss Lynette, as you were saying kanina, it was a challenge for you that you opened Kingsford Hotel at the height
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
pandemic. So, how was it like for Kingsford at that time?
There was actually a surplus of the quarantine arrivals. So
Mm-hmm.
the moment it opened, it was already fully booked right away.
Mm-hmm.
And up to
Correct.
yesterday, occupancy
Uh-huh.
was really high for Kingsford. So it is really a blessing that
Uh-huh.
we
Uh-huh.
decided to open it.
Okay. How about how about your employees at the hotel, Miss Lynette? How were they during that time? How were you able to help them? Did you extend any financial help or mga gift packs, yung mga gano, mga food packs to them while they were at home? Yung iba, were they required to report for work during the pandemic, Miss Lynette?
Yeah. Those that were identified to work in the hotel, we asked them to stay in the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Those that cannot be in the hotel, unfortunately, they had to be on furlough because they cannot be exposed. We cannot run the risk of the infection inside the property. No, so
Mm-hmm.
those that are working, we asked them to stay in the hotel. We provided food, laundry, everything. We've been even vitamins. Those that we had to let go, not really let go, but they had to go on furlough. We sent them
Mm-hmm.
food packs every now and then, and we promised them that the as soon as our business levels are able to take them back, we
Mm-hmm.
will take them back. We just have to wait for us a little more. But luckily for some, no, especially some of the sales team, uh, they found this. Who was it who mentioned it? I think it was Carmela. A lot of my sales staff, they now enjoy online work. Ayaw na
Yeah.
umalis.
Yes, correct.
Sa hotel, naka-makeup, todo makeup. Ngayon, naka-pajama, nagtatrabaho at ang tataas ng sweldo nila. So, pag-iisipan ko rin yun.
How about their Miss Carmela in the Chroma group? How were the employees taken care of?
In our group, all our hotels were open during the whole 2 years, except for Boracay, which was closed temporary, close open kasi yung Boracay eh.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm,
the expats, some of them were furloughed, just a few of them naman, the expats, because
mm-hmm.
for 2 years, diba, medyo matataas ang mga sweldo niyan, so they had to go back to their countries. And then, but they are back now, the
Uh-huh.
GMs, a
Mm-hmm,
few lang naman. And then the local employees naman, everyone was work from home except the operations people in the hotels, especially in the
mm-hmm.
quarantine hotels. We gave our employees what we called health hygiene and health pack each, which
Okay.
contained the usual mask, alcohol, vitamins,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
and a lot more. It was a complete pack. Whether you're working or not, we gave all our employees that pack.
mm-hmm,
And then in terms of vaccine, all our employees, Philinvest covered for all the vaccines of
mm-hmm,
all our
mm-hmm.
employees in all our destinations. This is AstraZeneca, so first 2 doses. And then I think the booster are not yet, there's no announcement yet. So we pretty much took care because our
Mm-hmm.
employees are our really the heart and soul of our hotel. So inalagaan talaga namin to. There were some retrenchments, there were some resignations because they went to
Mm-hmm.
do their own businesses and things like that. Hindi mo maaalis yan.
Yeah.
But in general, we took care, very much care of our employees, and they appreciate. And during the Typhoon Odette, the company also gave those, whose houses in Cebu were were torn apart. We gave, I think the company gave them individually a cash amount or something. So alagang-alaga naman namin ang aming. Importante yan sa amin, aming empleyado.
Okay. How about there in Okada, Michelle? Michelle.
Um, yes, Miss Anne. Same with us. We also had a vaccine program for all our employees.
Mm-hmm,
At hindi
mm-hmm,
lang po sa mga employees, nag-extend po ito sa mga families ng employees.
mm-hmm,
So,
mm-hmm.
we also got AstraZeneca for everyone. So,
Yeah.
tuwang-tuwa lahat ng mga employees for that special program that Okada gave.
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
we also have CSR activities as well. And we also have that hygiene pack for the
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
employees. And we also offer financial assistance to Okada employees. Of course, like Carmela and Lynette, we also had, I think everyone had retrenchments. And
Mhm.
yung iba naman, they opted to resign. Yun nga, nakakakita ng mga work from home, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Mga BPOs ngayon, very, very aggressive. So,
Mhm.
mas pinili nung ibang, I think we have the same dilemma right now, Lynette
Yes.
and Carmela, no? May kakulangan.
Hiring.
Yes, may scarcity ngayon ang hotel industry sa mga empleyado, most
Mhm.
especially for us sales and marketing, 'di ba? So, talagang una silang napapirate because napakagaling naman talaga ng ating mga sales and marketing people sa hotel.
Mhm.
So, yun yung medyo challenge namin ngayon.
Miss Sheritz, how about there in City State?
Yes, as for the employees, also we arranged for the vaccines, and the same with the other hotels. There were those who opted to stay at home. Some of them actually are scared to come back to the office yet. So
Okay.
just recently, some of our employees come back. Hindi talaga iba natatakot. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
before they actually asked permission na if they would just get other jobs na. So we have to let them go, of course.
Okay. Sige. I found the question here. Yan. I am from Ansherina Q. Banson. I am a traveler and I have been to Boracay recently. I had difficulty booking hotel or resorts due to increased pricing compared to pre-pandemic. How is the pricing done these days? Sino ba may property sa
Ako.
si Miss Lynette and si Miss Carmela?
Carmela and Lynette.
Yes.
Go ahead, Lynette.
Um,
Ayaw maglabas ng
Hindi.
secrets.
Oo. Well,
Hindi.
there, we do not have. I spoke to the revenue director of Chroma, no, si Sunish.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm.
It's so difficult to establish pricing now because it's been 2 years. We don't know the
Ah,
capacity of the market. But
okay.
I think if I may speak for the group, no, we we do specific pricing depending on the capacity of that segment.
Mhm, mhm.
If the hotel is hotel's occupancy is low, then if there's business, then we take it in for as long as it is able to have good profitability at the end of the day. So
Okay.
right now there's no pattern. It really depends on the product and the destination.
Okay.
Carmela, she's at the better end of the market now, especially her Crimson Boracay. Yan, Carmela, maybe you would want to talk about your pricing in Boracay because I cannot do that in my property yet.
Yeah, Boracay is a very high demand destination now since the travel opened. So, in terms of pricing, we have pricing in our website, which
Mhm,
flexes depending, as Lynette mentioned, which flexes or moves depending on the demand, on the
mhm,
availability of the rooms, the villas, the suites. But we still have our, as I mentioned in my presentation, the Boracay Better Than Ever package, which
mhm,
is also still available. Hindi naman namin siya tinanggal. This is a all-in, which is if you put it all together, it's a better package than getting just room and breakfast because it has inclusions. So we did not really take it out in the system because of rate integrity. Sinabi namin na it's open, but it's also subject to availability, and also it also flexes.
uh,
So the package is there. So we give options to continue to give options to our guests. So you want a basic package, we have it. You want a package with full board and all meals, we have it. You want a package with really all inclusions, including spa and the works, we have it. You want a package with an private airline, because we
mhm,
have partners, we also have it. So for different market segments, it's all there. It's all in our system. You
mhm.
just have to choose what is more comfortable to you, what is the requirement of yourself, your partner, or your family. So but as I mentioned, it the rates changes, and there's no fixed rate for certain dates, especially now, because I think that is a norm in the industry wherein we have to revenue manage and yield. And pag wala naman masyadong occupancy, bababa rin siya.
Mm-hmm.
So, panapanahon lang, sabi nga nila.
Okay. Thank
But
you, Miss Carmen.
siguro,
Yes.
Ancherina, if you're listening, you can call me. I'll give you a good rate. Or maybe you
Wow.
can watch out. You can watch
Or
out
call
for our
Miss Carmen.
travel again promo. That should be out soon. And experience New Coast in Boracay.
Okay, here's another question from Ms. Maricel Valdez Davat. As travel restrictions around the world begin easing, how will you market your hotels differently as we move out of the era? Ms. Cielo, would you like to give a stab at this?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Maricel, for that question. We all know that the travel restriction has already eased. No, madali na mag-travel ngayon. I myself, I already traveled, and we are also expecting a lot of travelers, foreign travelers, to enter the Philippines. As mentioned by the WTTC, we are the fourth, I think, rising industry in terms of tourism. Pilipinas ay pang number 4.
Mhm.
So, having said that, kami sa Okada, we already felt it and we're feeling it. I think I would say the other hotels are also feeling it. Talagang mayroong revenge travel. Ever
Mhm.
since we transitioned to alert level 2, 2 lang ha, not
Two
even
pa
1.
lang. Mhm.
Talagang grabeng buhos ng mga tao sa Okada. uh, we were really overwhelmed. A lot of people booked for events. A lot of
Mhm.
people dined in the restaurants. A lot of people checked in. Just for everyone's info, we were never a quarantine hotel.
Mhm.
We're a staycation hotel from the beginning. So we were able to maintain the rate that we have from pandemic. I mean, from pre-pandemic to pandemic. I'm proud to say that people are really, taking the rates that we offer to the market. We all know that we are an integrated resort, so most of our guests are from the casino. But of
Mhm.
course, we also take care of our corporate market, the non-gaming patrons of Okada. We offer very competitive rates in terms of corporate rates as well as travel agency rates.
Mhm.
And if you're going to check our website, we also have different what do you call these offerings in terms of rooms. So kagaya ng
Mhm.
sinabi ko kanina, nagkakaroon din kami ng mga flash sale, nagpa-participate kami sa mga special expos ng PTAA,
Mhm.
ng HSMA, PhilToa. So abangan nyo lang po. Hindi naman po ganun kataasan ng rate natin kagaya ng mga nasasabi ng iba. I would say Okada Manila offers value for money rates. If I may just emphasize, the smallest size of the room in Okada, Miss Anne, is
Yes.
60 to 75 square meters. So it's
Okay.
like a junior suite room in other hotels. So
Mhm.
malalaki po yung kwarto natin talaga. And I would say it's really value for money. I hope I was able to answer your question, Maricel.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle. How about you, Miss Lynette?
How do we market it differently? As I When I had my presentation earlier on, the needs and wants of the market has really changed, and it is very important as a marketer and as a salesperson that we are able to identify what these needs and wants are. And I think top
Okay.
priority really is focusing on safety and hygiene of the hotel.
Mhm.
Yes, they all want to get out of their homes for for mental wellness. They love open spaces for
Mhm.
properties who have that open spaces that you can focus on that. But the thing is, they have different needs and wants. We just have to highlight that. And priority is always the hygiene, because we don't want to think that you're staying in a hotel where the virus is still
Yeah.
around.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think that's how we're going to market the hotels.
Okay. Miss Carmela, can you add
Um,
more to that, please?
yeah, basically the same, no? The way we will market our brands or our hotels now is to emphasize the safety protocols. As I mentioned in the presentation, we have a culture of clean program. So sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. I think that's very important. To we keep on reiterating that in our social media, in our
Yes.
hotels. So that's number one. I think that's a number one concern of travelers now, the protocols. And of course, in terms of service, we try to have offer new experiences, packages or experiences never done before. We have that now in our hotels, like
Mm-hmm.
in Boracay, in Crimson Boracay, we have more folk a package that offers artistic, you can sip and art, parang ganyan, sip
Ah,
and
oh
paint,
yeah, yeah. Sip and paint, yeah.
new things that have never been done before, and also of course attractive rates and inclusions that will make the guest feel that sulit yung biyahe nila if they go to the
Uh-huh.
Crimson or to Quest or to Timberland. And of course the new property, we have a mountain resort now
Yeah,
in
Timberland.
Timberland. So it's something different na imbis na beach naman, imbis na city, it's your view is an amazing mountain view. It's
Yeah.
quite cool there also, and then we it's there's a lot of open spaces which people are looking for now, and sports facilities, and we also have meeting rooms, so intimate weddings, outdoor and indoor. So I think we need to look at the new requirements or the new
Yeah.
trends, what
Mm-hmm.
people are looking for now.
Okay. How about you, Miss Sheritz? How will
Yes,
you market? Yeah,
yes.
differently.
Right now, since the hotel is still a quarantine hotel, we actually
Okay.
do social media marketing, but then we have to keep the strong relationship with our industry partners. Like right now, our online travel agencies, they are the ones actually giving us hotel room accommodations from those from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
We also have to um, make our guests aware that
Mm-hmm.
we have a separate wing for our essentials or those who are not coming in or
Okay.
staying for quarantine. And of course, we have to give them that this safety protocols of the hotel are in place.
Okay. Thank you. Here's another question. Uh, yeah. Pet travel is now on a whole new level. Do you allow pets in your hotels? Miss Sheritz, do you? In City State?
Right now, we do not allow pets in the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, ever since we never allowed pets.
Will you allow later on kaya?
Um, Maybe we have to discuss if,
Uh-huh.
of course, the hotel, if we have the things that the
Mm-hmm.
pets need, or we can provide that. Maybe we
Okay.
could make it into consideration.
Yan. Alam ko sa Megaworld meron. 'Di ba, Miss Lynette?
Yes. So, well, talking about the new needs and wants, no,
Yes.
over the pandemic, we, especially during the lockdown, we decided to get new pets, and
Mm-hmm.
we now have fur babies. So, in reaction and to market our hotels, we have two pet friendly hotels right now: the Twin Lakes Hotel in Tagaytay and Savoy Hotel Newtown. In fact, meron pa silang mga, I think they have a lot of programs related to pets. If I may just share, ang cute-cute, but only those with dogs can relate to this, because in Twin Lakes Hotel, all of the rooms are facing the vista. So at night, when you bring your pets, they stay doon sa may veranda. So nag-uusap yung mga dogs sa gabi. Ow, 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 ow. So the mommies, they stay with the pets, but the moment you close the windows, you won't hear the pets anymore. But it's just fun to see those pets talking also. Meron din sila mga wellness experience when they stay in Twin Lakes Hotel.
Mm. Okay. How in Okada, Michelle, any plans of allowing pets there?
Wala pa, ma'am. Oo. Wala pa po tayong plan for pets.
Uh, Miss Carmela, dyan sa mga
Yeah.
properties nyo.
Wala. Right now, all our hotels, we unfortunately we don't allow pets yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's under discussion for Timberland because of the open spaces. There are requests, a few requests lang naman, but right now we don't allow pets yet.
Okay, meron pa akong nakikitang... You were saying kanina po that you... ito na lang. Here. What should hotels be preparing for in a post-pandemic world? Will it be back to the normal occupancy rates or will we still have limited capacity? Diba it depends on the alert levels, no? Tama po ba?
Yeah.
Okay, so it really depends on the alert levels issued by the government.
By government, yeah.
Ako na sumagot.
Oo, tama. Tama po kayo.
Agree.
Occupancy rate.
Yeah, occupancy rate. And I wanted also to ask, you were saying po kanina that medyo gumastos kayo sa mga PPEs and most of these costs were out of budget. Tama po ba? So how were you able to juggle your finances during those 2 years? Let's start with Miss Sheritz.
Actually, syempre, these are the expenses that no one expected. So we have to sacrifice and touch and do cost cutting measures. And for this the reopening of the hotels, it will be inevitable to not adjust the occupancy rate. We have additional expenses, and it will not go back to the regular expenses that we have before because we already have the safety standard which all the hotels will follow.
Miss Lynette, how are your expenses? How are you able to control or handle your finances there?
I think that's the beauty of revenue management. In fact, revenue management this time is not really focused on yielding, but how you still achieve your profitability despite the lower rates, despite the additional expenses. So what happened was that this is part of my message earlier on. We went back to basics. We had to identify and understand which services and which add-ons can we do away with. So we have to shift that and transfer that to the very requirement, which is yung mga PPE, the mask, the alcohol. Honestly, quarantine hotels, they're actually somehow more profitable now because they're able to save the two most important expenses, utilities and manning. So, bawi-bawi lang din
Okay.
nangyari.
Okay. Miss Cielo, how is it?
Yes, Miss Anne, para sa amin, as everyone had mentioned, so everyone naman had rendered sacrifices, no? Lahat tayo nagsakripisyo. For us, I would say it's a concerted effort between our operations team and frontliners. So lahat ng maiisip na cost-cutting measures sa pagtitipid sa kuryente, sa tubig, even sa manpower, we reduced our working days. I think most of the hotels naman talaga nagbawas ng from 5 days, naging 2, 3 days. So depende sa need, depende sa volume ng business. So we also did that, and I am proud to say that we were able to surpass these challenges by doing so,
Okay.
by doing those things.
Okay. Miss Carmela, how were you able to handle your finances during those 2 years?
Obviously, we had to tighten our belts during the pandemic. Our finance department had to come up with measures on the most cost-effective ways. Actually, all departments. So it's really the tightening of the belts and then putting the expense on the necessities, on the important ones, on those that really matter. For example, sales and marketing budget, hindi yan pinagamit. Pero we had to do something, so we had to find cost-effective ways of how do we continue to inspire and sell and get remembered when the travel opens. So we had to find ways and means and we did it naman, okay naman siya. We didn't really spend so much. We didn't actually spend that much in sales. I can only talk about my department.
Yes,
But in
yes.
terms of operations, yun nga, it's really shifting the expense to where it really matters at that point in
Mm-hmm.
time. So if we were servicing quarantine, what was really the basics of it, and then
Mm-hmm.
of course, as Shelo mentioned, the work days were lessened for some people. Even if you work from home, you're only paid what 2 3 days,
Uh-huh.
depending on your job scope.
Okay.
So it turned out more than a little bit more than break even.
Mm-hmm.
I should say, so which is not really bad.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Carmela. Or here's a question from Marvin Estigo. What is your request to our new president and DOT secretary? Or who would
Wow,
like to start this? Oh, Miss Carmela.
Diyos ko si Marvin talaga.
si Marvin talaga
Putting you
nanunuwa
on the
pala.
spot.
My request to the new president, um, I hope that the everything, all the actions that will be done will be for the good of the country,
Mm-hmm.
and change will follow. I mean, I know there are different sectors of the people,
Mm-hmm.
but for the Department of Tourism, ayun na, just for the good of the country, our children, the Philippines, and just to do everything in the right way, and in the right vehicles and all those things. For the Department of Tourism, I think we've done a pretty much good job even during the pandemic. Thank you to Secretary Berna and her team, and CEO Otonet also. I hope we continue to collaborate closely with the DOT, even for the next administration, because I'm sure the private sector is always here to collaborate and to support, all for the good of our travel industry, tourism industry of the Philippines.
Okay. Oh, Miss Cielo, what would you like to tell? All right. Request from our new president.
Okay, for me, I think regardless of political colors, I
Mm-hmm.
hope that our new president will be able to unite the Filipino nation for the betterment of the economy. And I hope that we will be able to find that peace that we are looking for so many years. And for the DOT secretary, I would say yes, just like what Carmela had mentioned, continue the great job that Secretary Berna, Romulo Puyat, and of course the whole DOT. Special mention to the DOT NCR team because we belong to that region. You have done a fantastic job for the tourism and hotel industry. So just continue. And I hope that they will also lend their ears, be open minded to all
Mm-hmm.
our suggestions and recommendations on how we can improve the travel and tourism sector. That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Miss Lynette, how about you?
Ako, diretsuhin ko na.
Mhm.
My new president, I hope you will paint a beautiful picture of the Philippines, a beautiful and peaceful, and I place that every Korean, Japanese, Chinese individual uh, would want to come and visit the Philippines again because
Mhm.
uh, it's been 2 years and we need to bounce back. So, with your help, let us all bring back all of these travelers to the Philippines so that we will recover as soon as we can. And of course, to our incoming DOT secretary, thank you. I know that you will continue to sell the Philippines so that, again, we will bounce back to our recovery the soonest.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Lynette. And how about you, Miss Sheritz?
Well, in addition to everyone, I hope that the president will continue to open the country to all the travelers and the tourism industry. Also, of course, the DOT would continue to help the industry reach more people overseas to invite tourists here in the Philippines. It will be
Okay.
very beneficial to the hotel and tourism industry.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Sheritz. Ed, do you see any other questions? Just one more na lang siguro before I ask. Mukhang wala na ako nakikita. Baka ito na lang siguro. Yeah. Our request to the hoteliers to be more considerate with their rates. We have noticed that the hotel rates offered now are far more higher than the pre-pandemic rates
Sino ba to?
that they have offered then. From Miss Mary Melody Remorca. What would you like to say, ladies?
Yeah, sure, we can be considerate. I mean, call me up na lang if you want to go. You're welcome in all our hotels. You know, we have different tiers of hotel. We have basic budget hotel, mid-range, and luxury. So I'm sure you will fit in any of our hotels. Just give me a call if you want to visit any of our hotels.
At tapos sinasabi naman ni Michelle na hindi naman sila value for money naman po ang di ba po? Sabi
Yeah,
ni
value for
We have
money.
flexible rates naman. We have flexible rates. So you could
Yes.
call us and discuss your needs and maybe the length of your stay. Of course, the hotel would have to consider that.
Yes, correct. And then ganun din si Miss Lynette, diba? Marami din kayong mga hotels that I'm sure na meron medyo competitive naman yung mga prices nito.
Yes, and also my suggestion to Mary, Mary, whichever hotel ang napupusuan mo, I suggest you become a member of their Viber group, or go ahead, be a member of all the 11 properties of Megaworld Hotels and Resorts, because we always have flash sales. So you have to, yes, so be on the lookout of flash
Yun.
promotions. And whenever we have the voucher sale, like our travel again sale towards the end of the year, that might be the best opportunity for you to get the considerate rates you're looking for.
Sige, thank you so much, Miss Lynette. With that, I'd like to say thank you for joining us this morning. Can I just have your parting message for our audience, Miss Sheritz? Let's start with you.
Thank you so much again for having me, a Citystate Tower Hotel. To our viewers or listeners, do visit our website and our Facebook page. Send us a message. And of course, if you're also looking for a job, we're open now. Send us a message. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Sheritz. Michelle, your parting message, please.
Again, Miss Anne, thank you very much to you and to Philippines Graphic for having me today. Nag-enjoy ako sa talk na ito, and to all the viewers, like what Sheridan mentioned, you can just visit our website, our Instagram, our social media page, Facebook. If you have any questions, you can just send us an email or chat with us. We're very, very open, and we will definitely answer all your queries. And I just would like to mention also that there are so many activities that Okada is preparing for the third and the last quarter. So please stand by. As I mentioned earlier, we're going to open the fountain show very, very soon. We're going to have a 2-day concert. I-plug ko na rin,
Wow.
ma'am.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Everyone, we're going to have a Malaya Music Festival on June 18 and 19 at Cove, Manila. Please check
Wow.
the website for the tickets. And this is going to be a 2-day concert of different local bands. Kaya po
Wow.
Malaya Music Festival. It's going to be at Cove, Manila. So definitely it's going to be fun and exciting and entertaining. So maraming salamat po ulit, and thank you to all our patrons who continue to support us. Pre-pandemic, pandemic, and now I must say we're already at the tail of the pandemic. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Miss Lynette, your parting words.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here today. My message to the viewers or to those listening right now, I'm sure you've been traveling, but yes, it's time to travel again if you've not traveled. And if you are traveling again soon, please travel locally. We need you more than ever. The hospitality business needs you more than ever now. I know the borders abroad, it's already open, and I have a lot of friends who've been traveling. But let's let's help our kababayan. We need you more than ever. And also, if I may just again plug lang din kasi nag-plug si
Go ahead.
Cielo.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
We're opening the Boracay New Coast Convention Center in June. It's an ideal place for your conventions. If you've not had an event in Boracay, now is the time for you to do it. In the beautiful island of Boracay, it's a 700 capacity convention center,
Wow.
the most beautiful view and of the keyhole, and I don't know if that's what sea is that facing. And we also have areas where you can do team building activities. So please call us, and we'd be glad to create and curate your team building and strat planning activities for you as you prepare for your 2023 budget and strategic season. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Liv. And Miss Carmela, last but not the
Yeah,
least.
yes, our last message. I invite everyone to let's travel now. It's time to travel again, and let's prioritize our local destinations, our country. Pinas muna, sabi nga nila. So, live, love local. That is our campaign for all our hotels. And so, visit our destinations. We have the Crimson in Mactan, Cebu. We have in Boracay, and we have here in Alabang. We have the Quest in Clark and Tagaytay, and also in Cebu, and the Timberlands in San Mateo, Rizal. So you can visit our websites, www.crimsonhotelsandresorts.com, www.questhotelsandresorts.com, and timberlandhighlandsresorts.com. Also, Live Love Local Philippines. You can find us in Facebook and Instagram, where you can see all the partners, our local partners, and all our packages. We have a lot of local packages right now in all our hotels. So Pinas muna tayo. I can't wait to see you all, and anticipate all your visit in all our hotels. Maraming salamat, Miss Anne and Marvin, for inviting, and Dennis. And it's a pleasure to be with you this morning here at Philippines Graphic. Thank
Thank you
you.
thank you so much, Miss Carmela, and thank you to our guests for spending the morning with you. And we wish you all the best. And we hope that through this webinar, we would have inspired you all to do your share and help jumpstart the hotel industry's recovery. Okay, and now here's the segment that you have all been waiting for.
Meron pa.
It's giveaway time. You can go na po. Ako na po bahala sa segment na to. I'm sure you may mga meetings na po kayo. Thank you so
Okay
much.
lang.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I promised earlier that I would be giving away special prizes to the the first two members of the audience who asked questions, diba? So we were going through the questions with Ed, and I was able to identify two, and one lang ba? Ako nakakita akong dalawa. Yung dun sa bandang taas, so they will be receiving 2,000 pesos worth of GCs from Winford, Manila. Tama po ba? Yes, Winford, Manila. And they are Miss Ancherina Q. Banson. Congratulations. And Miss Joanne Rueda Samuel Welican. Tama po ba? Thank you so much. Congratulations for staying with us and for asking those two questions. And then now, ito na po. Ready na tayo, Ed? So while Ed is, we have two additional giveaways pala. Thank you so much, Miss Carmela. In addition to the GCs that we mentioned earlier, we will also be giving away one overnight stay for two at Quest Hotel Tagaytay and one overnight stay for two at Timberland Highlands Resort in San Mateo. Okay, so the first winner for one overnight stay at Savoy Hotel Mactan Newtown is... Walang sound ito, no? Alam ko may music ito eh. Yan. And the winner is Maris Pakulanan. Congratulations, Maris. Kilala kita ah. Okay. Our next giveaway is an overnight stay at Richmond Hotel, Iloilo. And the winner is, yan, may music. Para mas maganda na. At mas exciting. And the winner is Marilyn Ramoran. Congratulations, Marilyn Ramoran. Okay, our third giveaway is one overnight stay at Richmond Hotel, Ortega's. And the winner is... Cherry Hayag Aransado. Congratulations, Cherry Aransado. Okay. Our next giveaway is one overnight stay at Twin Lake Hotel. Congratulations to John Phil Descarga Negal. Congratulations, John. Okay, our next is one overnight stay to Belmont Hotel, Boracay. Airfare na lang po ang problema nyo. Congratulations to Nora Nuki Banongon. Congratulations, Nora. And last giveaway from Megaworld is from one overnight stay at Savoy Hotel, Boracay, which will be reopening on June 1, 2022. And the winner is... Who's the lucky winner? Lynn Ria Carr. Congratulations. One for Okay, and now these are the raffle prizes courtesy of Miss Carmela of the Chroma Group. One overnight stay for two at Quest Hotel, Tagaytay. The winner is Quest Hotel, Tagaytay. Congratulations to Kim Antoinette Escorninos. Congratulations, Kim. And last but not the least, one overnight stay for two at Timberland Highlands Resort in San Mateo. Tama ba? And the winner is... Ruby Halsey Santa Maria. Congratulations, Ruby Halsey Santa Maria. Congratulations to you all. Please send us a private message with your contact details to the Philippines Graphic Facebook page. Until our next webinar, this has been your host, Anne Ruth de la Cruz. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the day. See you again soon. Bye.